Live with Brandon Mason.
Go card, go card, go card, go card. Right now, I'm kidding. Let's go. In the building, people right now in the chat. Welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. I'm your host, Brandon Mason, live in the building right now. I got my sidekick right here, Vaughn.
President Flowers.
In the building.
You should start addressing me as that.
2028. And then we got a point right here, Piccolino.
James right here.
Let's go, baby. James Piccolino in the building. We got a lot to talk about. People in the chat right now, the gold card is in effect. We all talk about Trump launches new gold card. What's going on,
without that countdown, because we just discussed we was going to do the gold card thing. Yo, it started so fast.
Yeah, you said you wait for the countdown. Tick, tick. Nope, we got it live in the building right now. We're talking about the gold card. People right now, Trump launches the new gold card. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. We're going to dive into that right now. We're going to talk about it. How do immigrants feel? How do the people feel? How do the corporations feel? Do people feel it's disrespectful? Do people think, hey, this is my pathway to citizenship? Or some people like, hey, this is an opportunity. And James brought up this morning, you said, is America for sale? By the fact that you can just buy into the country right now. A lot of people are going to take this in a certain kind of way, right? I mean, like, we're going to talk about all this stuff today on the show. But first and foremost, as you know, we got to do, and I'm going to show it up on the screen. I got the gold card. I got the picture of the gold card. So let's just get this damn thing up on the screen while we're just talking right now. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about the simple fact that there's an actual Trump gold card in effect right now that people can go purchase for how much, James?
$1
million in a bill. I look, $1 million is a lot of money.
That's just for an individual person.
It's right, individual.
Yeah. So if it's a family of 6, that's $6 million.
If one person wants to get out there and say, hey, let me get this gold card. Let me get out there and say, hey, I want to get into the building. I want to get into the U.S. I want to show up. If you pay $1 million, okay, you can get to the country and you're like, hey.
No, you got to pay $15,000 first.
On top of that.
No, first.
Yes.
Before you.
Background checks. Yeah. Background check. What's 15,000 when you got to spend $1 million? That's 15,000. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're going to talk about that. Who can afford this shit?
They're going to ticket master this thing. And
we're going to talk about that.
Fees and taxes.
It's going
to be $2 million.
Hey, we got a lot of conversation to dive into, and I'm going to pull it up. And I got videos for you. I got clips for you. I got things that you guys got to see. And again, if you're just popping into the building right now, I'm going to kind of give you an idea. You type in at the top of your screen with us here, Trump gold card, and you scroll down. Look, I don't know how you guys feel, but some of this shit, whether you like it or not, it's like exciting time. Like things are happening. We're going to talk about who can afford. Look at this right here. Who can get the gold card? I mean, these things are just so interesting to me. Who knows who's going to purchase this, if it will be possible. But let's do this. While we're sitting here right now, let's get right to it because we got things that we got to show. We got things that we got to see. And I got a YouTube video that we're going to tap into right now. You might as well pull that damn thing up. Let me get to that right now because Trump launched a gold card. This is the conversation. We're watching live right now. Let's take a look at this right now. Let me start this video for you.
Excitingly for me and for the country, we've just launched the Trump gold card. It was about 30 minutes from now.
$1 million.
The site goes up and all funds go to the United States government. Could be a tremendous amount of money. It'll also be able to have people like this keep, as an example, just one example, there are a lot of examples, people just buying them. It's somewhat like a green card, but with big advantages over a green card. And companies are going to be able to go to the Wharton School of Finance, the Stern Business School, Harvard, MIT, wherever you may get your students, any school, and you're able to buy a card and keep that person in the United States, actually, so there's certainty, because I've heard from Tim Cook of Apple, and I've heard from a lot of people, some of the people at this table, that essentially in the United States, you can't keep the student. You can't hire people from the best colleges because you don't know whether or not you can keep the person. They come and have the people get out. They throw the person out of the country. You graduate #1 from your college, and there's no way of guaranteeing, I guess you could say, there's no way of guaranteeing that they're able to stay in the country.
Let's think about that conversation for a
Maybe
second.
you'll give,
Let me pause this. $1 million. Okay, let's start with this. $1 million to get this gold card to now show up in the country, your pathway to citizenship. That way you can get over here, no problems now. You pay your $1 million, your $15,000. We're going to get to who can afford it. We're going to get to that. I know James' life. I can tell by looking at your face. I can tell look at Vaughn's face, $1 million. I know what people are thinking right now, and I want to get your take on that. But first things first, as I pulled up at the bottom of the screen right now, as people start coming to the chat, I know a lot of people were looking for Erica Kirk this morning. We're talking about Donald Trump, $1 million gold card on the screen. Yeah, we're going to have callers today, so we get to the end of the show here. Some callers calling in. If you think about it, this is an opportunity to say, you want to go to the better life that you want? Here's a chance. And we'll get to the next piece of the pod. I think that's important to talk about, which I think outside of explaining it, the card's right there. You purchase it. You got your background check. You show up. Now you're in a building. Now you're in the country. You're in the USA. You don't go, no one kicking you out. You don't worry about it. You get this job, this promotion, right? Corporations, we're talking about that. Corporations are $2 million, and they can purchase this and get someone as an employee that they want that's going to make a massive impact to their business, right? So this is the lower third we really want to put on the screen right now. Who can afford Trump's $1 million gold card? Immigrants going to get this gold card?
Obviously, it's going to be the people that don't really need it.
I mean, money they're going to have.
Yeah, they got. If you have $1 million, you got a pretty much a good life anywhere you at. So
yeah, living in Venezuela, $1 million, $2 million. I mean, is it worth it?
And that's $1 million to spend to
Just-
go somewhere else. That's
just to
probably
get here.
not your whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to spend that to come here, that's not probably your whole net worth.
Yeah.
It might be, but
It's a lot of money to spend, though.
yeah.
I mean, look, Piccolino, any immigrants walking over here. Listen, by the way, there are people in other countries that got a lot of money that are going to do this. That's not going to not happen. It is going to happen. But we know this isn't for the people that are crossing the border on a daily basis just trying to walk over here. We can Google those people.
People that really need a better life.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. They need a better life. These are illegal people crossing over. Now, coming over trying to get in legally, very difficult for them. Don't have paperwork, don't know where they come from, maybe don't have driver's license, who knows what they got, or maybe they do have. But the reality is, the question down there, okay, is who can afford the green card? Or sorry, the gold card. There's the green card, the gold card, much more expensive. Piccolino.
Oh man, there's a lot of things going on here. So first,
I mean, come on.
well, first of all, this is a new program, and Congress has the authority for immigration and things like that. So this isn't even like law yet, So it can be like overturned down the line, and this also creates a crazy precedence for any other party over here. We're probably talking about the Democrats, that they can also let in anybody and create a certain status for anybody and just let them in the country. So you have people that they could buy this, and it turns out it's not legal in a sense for your status here. But the biggest thing here is comparing the gold card to the EB-5 visa program.
Okay.
And the EB-5 is law, but the process is slow. This would be a faster process, but it's not law, So that's like one of the biggest takeaways here.
So what I want to say first and foremost, we know that immigrants crossing the border are like, they're not getting this card. We know they're not getting the card. Now, there's people out there in other countries got a lot of damn money. They got businesses over there. They want to come over. They don't want to worry Melania Trump, right? She's married to Trump. She's not going to get deported. But if in fact someone like her, hey, $1 million, I'm here now. Now, no one anymore can talk about Melania Trump. Paid $1 million. He got his wife here, right? The rich people, Elon Musk, want to pay $1 million? You're here, good now. All those wealthy people, they're going to come in. They're going to be here. Let's talk about the corporations for a second, because that was a big part that he had brought up. He said, you know what? All those people, they go to school here, they go to college here, whatever, they want to get these big time jobs. I can tell you right now, we might sit here and say, this is dumb. Trump, no one's going to do this. But I will tell you this 100%. Trump has had this conversation with a bunch of corporations. Guarantee before he came up with this idea and said, hey, how about this? I'm sure he told them in a nutshell, you want those people here, you can afford it. And they probably sat down and said, hey, Here's how we can continue doing our business here. We can get those people to stay here. And he brought it up. You're talking to people from India. You're talking to people from, these other places, China. India has a lot of great tech people, right? Doing a lot of AI and technology and all that. People like Apple, right? And these massive companies, they want those people to be here, especially in AI and technology. And so those corporations are going to pay $2 million. They get someone to stay here. Think about how much they're going to pay that person versus they would pay someone here. So, these big time, James, those big time people that they pay $500,000 a year, $200,000 a year, whatever it is, $700,000 a year. What they do is they say, hey, $2 million, we got our guy here. Now we're going to pay this guy, $100,000 a year. It's great for the big corporations because I know that they 100% know this conversation before this even got launched with Trump. I'm sure they brought it to the attention. Hey, we can't keep our people here. Now they can, they will. This is a massive push, in my opinion, for the big time corporations to be able to get who they want here.
But remember that under the EB-5 program, you were supposed to be creating jobs. You were supposed to be creating about 10 U.S. jobs to get people here that way. And that money was going to the U.S., into the market, into the market systems. This, on the other hand, the money would be going straight into the U.S. Treasury. It would be essentially like a gift that person's giving to the U.S. Treasury, as opposed to that money just going into the market.
Yeah, they're calling this whole thing a gift.
And then you have to give 1% annually.
Oh,
wait, of what? Of your funds?
Of the total amount of the 1 million.
I didn't get that part. The only part I got, I'll be honest, I took a look at it this morning and it was like gold card. Last night it was, you got to pay a corporation $2 million for your person to get the card, get them in here. They pay $15,000 for a background check. And if you come as an individual, you got the $1 million and you got the $15,000 for the background check. I didn't hear about the percentages after that. I didn't hear about that. I didn't look into that as far.
Yeah, I was looking at it this morning.
So if that's the case, right? If that's the case, and people in the chat right now coming in the building, we appreciate you live yesterday. Holy shit, yesterday blew up. People in here yesterday, if you go back and look at yesterday's show, Erica Kirk, almost 20,000 views in the morning yesterday. It was out of control, and YouTube was starting to push. Roger in the building. Welcome to the show. How you feeling? Plump in the building right now. Everybody in the chat right now, if you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now. If you're not a Trump supporter, in the chat right now, just put USA or put gold card, damn it, because that's what we're talking about in the building right now. Look, let's just call a spade here, all right? Trump does some things people like, people don't like. But 150%, Trump had this conversation with a whole bunch of corporations that came to him. Hey, I can't get my people here. We got to find a way to get these people here, these good people, because he was talking about this. He said these good people that are graduating, that are very good people that want jobs here, we got to figure out a way to keep those people here. They can't graduate from Harvard, Yale, whatever. I'm using top schools right now. They could graduate from FIU or it don't matter. A small school down here in Florida, Miami-Dade College, and do great. And guess what? If they can't stay here, these corporations are not going to invest in them and want to get them out. And doesn't why go to school? You can't get a job. You get kicked out of the country, right?
Miami-Dade College about to build a Trump library.
Well, hey,
that's big news down here.
So what my point is, though, this conversation, people like Trump, I'm sure thought about this, but I guarantee you, the major corporations sat down and said, all right, we'll settle on this. We'll settle on the $1 million person, because how many massive corporations have to bring in? How many $2 million people you got to bring in? Like, if you have a tech business, a massive tech business worth hundreds of millions of dollars, right? You're going to have massive tech engineers that also know people can teach people. So we got to pay $6 million, 3 strong people, maybe 5 very good tech people, and they're going to help you. You're going to pay $10 million. Your whole company keeps growing. So this is 100%.
You can transfer it too.
So you're going to
5%. You could transfer it to the next person.
Your gold card.
Yeah.
And as from my understanding, on top of that, you can only have one person per card.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're saying you buy the gold card. Now I'm going to get someone else in here. I'm going to transfer them. Get someone else on the card. Yeah. It's a possibility, right?
After you, because I think you still have a period of time. It expedites the process, but you still have a period of time until you get your citizenship. So after you get your citizenship, then you can transfer it to the next person for 5%.
And it says just 2 weeks. Oh, wait a second. Wait, hold on. You're saying 5% of that to go to the next person, not a whole nother $2 million.
No.
Okay. So I've got that wrong.
Yeah.
So you're not going to pay $2 million per person. You pay $2 million for that one person. After they're a citizen, 5% of that go to the next person. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That now changes the game now. Because now we're paying $2 million and now we're only paying us 5% to get the next person in. And these massive companies now are going to get the whole crew now. That's going to be a problem for them. But the immigrants that are walking over here, they're not paying this. Are we on the same page right now? Like, I mean, how many people are going to do that? If I pull up a picture right now.
They're already paying thousands of dollars
to get over here.
Yeah, they got to pay the coyotes and they got to pay.
They're not going to be able to come over here.
That. They have to.
Candy in the building. What's going on? We got Candy. Join us in the chat. Welcome back to the show. Everybody in the chat, say what's up to Candy. Been going through a lot of things. We appreciate Christine in the building. La in the building. Holy shit. I got to tell you, again, yesterday's show was out of control. 20,000 views yesterday in the morning. Boy, was out of pocket. In the chat right now. Be here, baby, because we got a lot to talk about. So I think that we understand that. Now, I want to get to this piece of the pie here right now I want to talk about. In the chat, while we're talking about the gold card, deport or let them stay. And this is a conversation I want to talk about. The Trump supporters in the chat right now, tell me how you feel. The Democrat supporters in the chat, tell me how you feel. You got illegal people coming over here. There's a gold card you can purchase. Let's use this for a second. This gold card right here, right? Rip my damn paper up the top, my notes. Here's your gold card, okay? More notes. If you buy this, you can come over here, do a background check on you. You're good to go. How many people can do that? Nobody. Corporations doing that. So they're going to keep coming illegally the best way they can. The question to people in the chat, deport illegal people or let them stay. What's going on, Bruce, in the building? Welcome back to the show, baby. We got a lot to talk about. James, how do you feel about the illegal people coming over here? I mean, realistically, look, I'm not talking about, hey, start shitting on people. I'm saying realistically, they're walking around town. They're illegal. They want the gold card. They can't pay for the gold card. They may or may not be good people. They get to the border. They get on the land. Do you feel, hey, anybody that gets here, hey, it's all good? Or you think, nope, got to go through a process?
No, I think that there should be a process, but like the humanitarian in me believes that everyone should be entitled to some type of a better life. You know, like I can only imagine living in a country so bad that you're willing to risk your whole family's safety to go somewhere better, you know, and but there should be a better process. And I think that like we said earlier, like the Trump gold card makes a better process as opposed to the EB-5 system, but it's also very gatekeepy, right? Like you're keeping, you set a bar, a certain level. There's no bronze card, you know, yet.
There's a platinum one.
That's even more expensive. Yeah.
What's the cost? But okay, what's the cost of the green card? I haven't even looked that up. And you know, we could look it up right now. We can pull it up on the screen and take a look at it.
It's like $10,000. It's like 13.
For what?
It's like $13,000 or $14,000 actually.
For what?
And then for a whole family, it's like $800,000 to.
So let's show the people how we got this going right now. People in the chat, we put it up on the screen right here. You take a look. We got some new features here, so let's take a look at it. How much is the green card?
Like
there you go.
$14.99.
Let's take a look right now. See what we're talking about. ChatGPT's loading, thinking about it. Said, hold on. If you mean U.S. permanent resident green card, the cost depends on how you apply. There we go. Ooh. Applying for the inside U.S. Here it is right here, $1,400, right? $1,400. And down here, there's other hidden fees, right? Applying, you got common fees, whatever. You're going to pay, then you're going to pay a whole bunch of other shit, which we know. You're not just going to do that. And then, hey, you're just going to show up and you're in the building and life is good already. There's going to be all these other fees, paying people to get here, transportation fees. There's a lot of money to get here.
It's a different status though. The better comparison would be to the EB-5 program.
Okay.
Because that's how, if you had a business, how you're going to get foreigners to stay here and work for your company.
So you want to pull up? So you want to pull up on the screen? How much is the EB-5?
Yeah, but that's the one where I was saying you have to create a certain amount of jobs in the U.S. economy, and I know there's a bunch of like shenanigans on either way. Like you could say, "Oh, I created a business, I made these jobs, but the business failed," you know. But now you already have people over, so there's, you know, leaving the abuse of the system questions outside of this. I think that it is like it's better to have
the
a
EB-5.
Yeah, EB-5.
How much is the EB-5? I'll pull up the screen right now. We'll take a look. That's why he's thinking about it right now. EB-5 Visa U.S. Immigrant Investor Program. Here it says right here. Okay, standard. Look. What is this right here though? I mean, see these prices? I mean, I know what you mean by EB-5. I mean, this is people still have to pay for stuff.
Yeah, it's still expensive. So
it's
like,
a lot of money, man.
It's just but like I'm saying, it's just being fair. Like,
But Trump's gold card is damn near the same price.
It is, but yeah, and I'm not saying like there's pros and cons to either system. So
here you go, Trump's gold card right here. Pop the screen right now. Searching for Trump's gold card. Here's the latest accurate presentation right here, and we got that clip.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly.
But this hasn't been approved by Congress.
Yeah, I was saying it's not legal yet.
Yeah, it's not approved by Congress. So you couldn't technically buy a gold card, and then Congress could say, oh, well, we changed it. Like even how this administration has changed the temporary protection status for many people here. How do you know that like the next administration won't change their view on gold cards? They're gonna be like, oh, they're not legal,
and then not give you a refund, and they're gonna be they got.
This is where shit get. I mean, come on, people that got $1 million are gonna have the backing. They're gonna have the people. They're gonna have the support. They're gonna have everybody. We think, right? I mean, how many people are gonna be able to get up in the morning and be like, oh, go on America, $1 million? But now they know there's a baseline. I would imagine there's going to be discounts along the way. If this goes through the process, Trump just came up with this, right? And look, he's giving people a chance. The question, and James said this, he brought it up, we're going to get to in a second, is Trump, does it make it feel like America is for sale? By being like, oh, want to have a good life? $1 million, you got it. It kind of makes it, that's the part I don't like about it. I mean, I love that Trump is trying to come up with something. It's like, hey, you want to come over here now? We got people that want to be good people. They want to work. They're good people. Da, 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 da. But it's just one of these things where it's like Democrats are going to say, you're dedicating to the rich people, right? That's what it's going to be. And that's what I'm saying. I don't like. That instead of just getting on here and being like, you know what? Let's find the right pathway. Let's start off. You have to have someone who wants to hire you or a relationship or a friendship here initially. They want to bring you here. They're responsible for you to come here. That's a very difficult thing because now it's like, hey, James, you're responsible to bring somebody over here. If they screw up, it's your ass. You're going to think a lot different. You're going to think a lot different about that shit when they get over here.
Yeah, I just think it's also just important to not like mix all immigration issues with this one. And one of the pros of a system like this that it's more streamlined is that if you did own a business, you want a streamlined process. You need to get people over here that want to help work for your company, build your company. You want it to be quick and efficient. The EB-5 program is way more tedious and convoluted compared to something like this. And I probably the happy medium is somewhere in the middle there,
I mean, look, the hard part is that these immigrants are trying to come over here and it's not a game. Like they're coming from places where their lifestyle is a lot of times horrific. They're willing to float over here on a raft. I'm not willing to float from here to Monty's on a raft. If you're down in Miami, hey, Piccolino, Monty's right across the water here. Mm-hmm. I mean, like literally, Vaughn, I mean, you gonna go out there in a raft?
No.
I'm not saying far, but how far? 100 feet?
No, I wouldn't do that unless I was in a situation I had to do it.
Yeah,
and
100 feet?
I felt like it would
benefit
me to
I am from the sea. I have no business in the water.
Yeah.
Like, can you swim? Can you swim? You float?
Away. I could not die for a couple minutes, but like I wouldn't call it swimming.
You can't swim?
Not really, no.
Whoa, hold up, Piccolino.
But my beaches were dirty growing up. We had like needles on the beach.
Where you from, Pick?
From Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. Vaughn, can you swim?
Yeah.
People in the chat, can Vaughn swim? Yes or no? In the chat right now, who's a better swimmer in the chat? If you're watching live, if you're looking at the stream right now, Big Bill in the building, how you feeling? Ponder in the chat, La Candy, what's going on? Jeff Lee in the chat right now. If you're watching live in the damn chat, who's a better swimmer? Brandon Mason, host of the show, yours truly. You got Vaughn right here. He's thinking about it. And you got Piccolino. You got snowflakes behind him. I can see the snowflakes, actually. Vic, I love the snowflakes behind you. It looks pretty good.
We'll sign them. If you're a liberal snowflake, you can. We will sign them and mail them to you.
And you will and you will teach them how to
You
swim.
can be a Republican snowflake, and we will still.
Hey, a lot of people in the chat right now. If you're a Republican, put an R in the chat right now. If you're a Democrat, put a D in the chat. Damn it!
No, we're trying to make it look nice for you guys.
I'm saying, look,
for
people voting for me. Linda, what's going on? People voting for me. People say Brandon, who's the better swimmer? I'm
the first one said me.
Hell no.
You got one vote. I got one vote.
I see right here in the chat. Brandon, I see. Hold on a second. Brandon, I can't see other two. Hold on.
Exactly.
Tell them what's going
got
on.
2 votes. I got 1.
I'm diving in.
Everybody's voting for you.
Bro, you want to hear something?
Tell the truth, people.
I tried to go swimming one morning in like the pool, and I swear there was a piece of poop floating right in the vicinity of like my mouth area. I got right out of the pool. I'm like, this is why I
Wait,
it's like
what?
an omen. I have no business being in the water.
You got a lot of poop stories.
Yeah, we gotta
You
be
guys
careful.
know on the worm stuff. What's going on the
We
worm
gotta
process?
be careful with Pick. He's got a lot. Brooklyn's got
You
a lot.
encounter poop a lot.
Yeah. That's why he don't do the deworming. He's kind of worried about that. The poop. You're around a lot of poop.
Maybe I need my parasites.
Yeah, I'd get on that. I'd get on that. Get that
Parasites.
cleanser. Get that cleanser while you can. People in the chat right now. I'm just saying. Hey, if you're watching live right now in the chat, a lot of people picking me to swim, baby. Everybody in the chat say I'm gonna win the damn race. And if you're in the chat right now, everybody watching, put gold card in the chat
You
right
only
now.
got
People.
3 votes. I got 2 votes.
Okay.
You keep acting like you
So you're
getting
losing.
so many votes. And the 2 votes,
So
the
you're
3 votes
losing.
you got might be only the same person. Let me
Nope. People think I'm a better swimmer, V. And you gotta have to live with that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live with that. And here, hold on. We gotta get to this piece of the pie we're talking about. Okay, we said the port let them stay. I want to ask you guys a question. If the Democrats get in office, okay, great people on both sides, great Republicans, great Democrats. If the Democrats get back in office, are they just going to let all the illegal people back in the country anyway? Seriously. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, the shit was wide open, right? And it was like, okay, this is getting out of pocket. Republicans didn't like it. Your ass is out of here now. If Trump finishes his 4 years, if he stays safe, God bless him. Who knows, stays healthy, right? If in fact he finishes his 4 years, and let's just say the Democrats win the election in 2028, right? Vaughn's running as independent. I don't think he's going to win. I mean, just saying. Piccolino?
Just like the swimming match, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'm keep going. In the chat right now, I don't think Vaughn's going to win president in 2020.
It's all right.
I'm just saying. I just want to give an honest opinion.
Keep the same energy.
Yeah.
When it's up there.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. As it gets closer, you don't want to change.
Keep voting over there.
Yeah. And by the way, Vaughn's running as independent. People in the chat right now. Vaughn's an independent. Okay. So I just don't feel that Vaughn, maybe he might have a good speech here and there, but I don't think Vaughn's a good swimmer. We talked about that. And I think these people come. I think there's going to be a Latin person, in my opinion, that's going to have to stand up and do something. I think a Latin, because honestly, Americans would be great having an American in there, right? But I think the world is shifting. You go to Florida, everything's Perez, is that down in South Florida, and we just had a Democrat win something down here, Piccolino, right?
We did the first Democratic Miami mayor in 30 years. I think it's also the first woman mayor.
Yeah. I mean.
But that's a good point. Wait, where's all the Miami's doom and gloom now? Everyone's moving out of Miami. We don't see those stories.
That's not happening because people are very happy with everything going on here. State income, no income tax, whatever. There's a lot of great things in Florida, a lot of beautiful things and great weather.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to ask you something real quick, people, both you guys, this question. In the chat right now, if the Democrats win the election in 2028, are they going to let all the damn people back in the damn building anyway? Pitbull Mom in the building. How you feeling? Welcome to the show. Moderators in the chat right now. Oh, love it. Drop your states in the chat, will you? Everybody with your base right now, drop your states in the chat. Yesterday, we're out of control with the views after the show. YouTube did not show everybody during the live, and they uploaded the shit into it and let us go crazy. Piccolino.
Yep.
Democrats win. Are they going to let all the people back in the country?
They'll let the whole world in. I don't know.
I mean, really?
They need to do something probably a little different. I think things went skewed a little one way. I think as a national security issue, you should know who's coming in and out of your country.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The thing though is that this can set a bad precedence if the executive branch, meaning the president, can just make up whatever rule and make a new class of immigration without Congress's approval. That could open the door to something like your scenario where you think, oh, the Democrats are going to let everyone in.
I mean, so here's the problem. This is where I think we'll have different opinions in the room. Maybe not. I don't know. If Trump is offering this gold card, obviously for businesses, we can scratch the immigrant thing out. That's for businesses coming up and getting people. But the point is, if Trump is getting all those people out of here, there's a safety thing to that, whether you don't like how he does it or don't like how he does it. Then you look at Democrats letting them all back in the country. Wouldn't you say if you had to vote on that topic only, I'm not talking about anything else, in the chat right now, if you had to vote on just that, would you pick Trump or would you pick a Democratic candidate, right? If you only had to talk about the border right now, letting everybody in, getting illegal people out,
Well, I think that's where like the Democratic Party should probably have a better solution on their end to immigration instead of what they did for so long, which may not have been working in the American people's eyes. And you could make an argument now that maybe we went too far a certain way, and you see the effects that the economy has due to a lot of the labor force being scared to work and, you know.
First off, the immigrants that come over here, I want to make this very clear. The immigrants come over here, they do a hell of a job. Great job. Okay? They do a great job. Round of applause for that. Just saying. They do a great job. You know what I'm saying? Pick, you know what I'm talking about. They do a great job. And so those immigrants do a lot of jobs Americans do not want to do. I mean, let's call it like it is. I see those guys out there climbing trees. Fine. I had a tree you saw a tree in my yard.
Yeah.
Said, hey, go up there and cut them branches down.
Yeah, you could have got a manslaughter charge for that.
Yeah, I ain't going up there. And I'm not, and they want to go up there. I said, hey, you got to have some shit holding you up there. Like when they come to your house, the illegal immigrants, the ones that are illegal, they're down to do whatever you got to do. You could tell because they're like, yeah, no problem, got that, no problem. I'm looking at that tree, looking at them. They're like 5'2", most of them, right? Just being honest with you, not hating on them. Like 5'2", just slightly taller than Piccolino, slightly taller than right now, right? I'm saying, and they want to climb that damn tree and cut those branches down. They got the chainsaw tied to them. They got this. They got a little hat on. They're talking on the phone and shit. And I'm like, yo, okay. I start feeling really uncomfortable. I'm like, you got to get down. And I get them all down. I need someone with insurance over here that's going to come up here and knows you got to be tied up above 10 feet, whatever the hell law is, OSHA, whatever. You be tied up, get your ass up to do it the right way, and you get my ass suit. Those are the illegal ones. The legal ones with paperwork, they want deposits, right? They want, hey, it's going to be a little bit more now. I'm legal. You're not giving me a Home Depot for $100 no more. $250. I'll fix anything you got though. Right, V? Anything. Go to Home Depot, V. What can't they do? We saw a guy at Home Depot. He jumped in the car. What did he want to do, V, right away? He went and he was carrying shit. We didn't even hire him yet.
Yeah.
You don't remember that guy?
Yeah. And sometimes they don't really know how to do what you need them to do, but they'll figure it out.
V, you what did he do when we saw him? What was your reaction to him? You saw him, hey, what's up, man? What did he do?
I don't even remember. I just remember
he popped over there quick.
Yeah.
No, you remember. He came to the car. It was like, as soon as I was like, hey, you want to go? He was like, he opened the door. He was like, yo, what?
He started opening his own door.
Yeah, he opened the door. He was getting other shit. He started carrying.
Trying to pack the truck up.
Yeah, he was carrying shit from the store that we bought. I mean, he was working right away.
Yeah.
I mean, these kind of people are very hard to find in America. Before you even pay them, before you tell them what you're going to pay them, they're picking shit up, putting shit in the truck. Hey, they're on the phone. Hey, I'll be back later. I'm going to do a job. We didn't even tell them what we're going to pay this guy.
How many kids in high school you think know how to fix their tire, like a bike tire?
Nobody knows how to do that shit.
Nobody knows how to do that.
But these people can fix everything. And when they can't fix it, they tell you they can fix it. And then they screw up like 74 times. And by 75, they fix everybody's shit and they have a business in Miami. Like that. This is what's happening. People in the chat right now, we great. If you're watching live, smack the like button right now. Who else? Lovey Brown in the building. We appreciate you in it. Andrew, let's go in the building right now. Black Crest, baby. You see I got my jacket on. I told him, Bond, send you a jacket. You'll throw it on. I told him. Double X.
And I need a little button up too.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Feeling pretty good. James like, hey, I'll sit in here with the chat right now. People in the building right now. Yesterday's show, by the way, was out of control. We love and appreciate you. Make sure you're watching live right now, baby, because we got a lot to go into right now. Hey, let's talk about this. Move on to this piece of the pie real quick. Do you think the immigrants see the gold card as being disrespectful? Like they're trying to come over here and they're getting booted out, gotta go. And then all of a sudden Trump goes, we get you in with the gold card. You got to buy it. It's $1 million. Do you think that they go, that is extremely disrespectful? Or are they like, I like that he's trying to create something? That's a question for you, Pick. What do you got?
I don't know what the immigrants think, but because there's all different types. But I just think that from like my end of seeing a program like this, I do think there are benefits to have a very streamlined process. I just don't know about if it's better to like for these people to be just giving the government a gift versus that money going into the U.S. economy, right? Like I would think that the money going into the U.S. economy would probably be better than like this random gift to the government. That sounds a little weird.
Let's type this in. Let's see what let's go to the gold card. There it is, right there. Trump's gold card. You can apply right now. Here it is right here. Apply now. They even got nice too. Look how nice and flippy too. Look, you can apply right now. Scroll for more. Oh, look at this. Look, if you scroll on the website, check this out.
Like the rising sun.
Look at this. Well, look at this. If you scroll, look how he pops up on the screen. Look how cool that is. Hey, they got their designer for $2 million over here, and he designed that. Look, scroll down. Look, Trump card, Trump Platinum. Okay, so the Trump card right here, $15,000, Trump Platinum. Foreign nationals can sign up now and secure their place on the waiting list. How many people have applied right now for the Trump card? Listen, we laugh about it. But I'll tell you right now, people are doing this shit. And
see
people
what happens when you apply.
You want me to click and see what happens?
Yeah.
You want me to try to apply real quick?
Let's apply.
People in the chat right now, if you're watching live, let's see. Who wants to apply? Who wants to apply? Let's see. Let's apply right now.
If you're one of the good ones.
Here you go right now. You can apply. Individual. There you go. Look, Trump card. This is coming soon. These are 2 individuals. Gold card, platinum, and then look, corporate. Trump corporate gold card. So this is the one that's $2 million.
The platinum is $5 million.
The platinum is $5 million.
What about in Trump coin?
Wait, what? The platinum. Wait. The platinum, the middle, this one right here is $5 million?
Yeah.
What?
It's not even available yet.
V did his research.
Yeah, it's $5 million. And
I don't know about that.
look it up.
$5 million? Who the hell's gonna do that shit? $5 million? If I had $5 million, I would just live in whatever country I'm living in. I would just have money, have bodyguards. I'd be with the political system over there.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I wouldn't even think about that.
That's what I'm saying. And
Piccolino,
I'm a man for the people. Like I sympathize with the poor, so I can't go for it. Just if you have the money, $1 million, you could come here and have a better life. There's people that actually need a better life.
These people that are coming here are putting their stamp in line going, I can no longer get removed. Because they got to, listen, if Trump kicks everybody out, they start looking at Melania. Hey, you're not born here. They start going around the clock, right? They offer this. The high-level people now can now stay in the country. Like, I'm being honest with you, right? I love a lot of things Trump does. But I think this one, the $1 million is just, it should just be a corporate situation.
And I know, I remember what the $5 million is for. $5 million, the platinum is for where you don't have to pay taxes for a certain amount of time.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Google it real quick.
You're saying you don't got to pay taxes on if you come to the country?
Yeah.
What?
Like income tax or anything.
What the hell's going on, man?
Something like that. Look, Google it real quick.
I'm gonna have to Google it because I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. I'm gonna pull it up in the chat right now.
That's the benefit.
Look at the Eagles fly.
I'm taking a look at this right now. I can Google it right. You want to chat GPT it right now? I'm just like, listen, hold on. How many people? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT this question. Let's ask Chat this. How many people are gonna buy the Trump card? Let's just ask. How many people
It's gonna say
will buy the Trump's gold card? Let's just ask. Let's see. Let's chat. You know, they might say something, tell us a little story. Let's hear about it right now. They might got something to tell us. Here it is. Here's what's known. The pre-launch, the waiting list. Tens of thousands of people had signed up. Okay, see, people in here talk a lot of shit. Look, here it is. This is reports. Before the program launched, the Trump administration's own announcements and media reports suggested tens of thousands of people had signed up or joined the waiting list to apply.
That's Trump saying that.
No. This is administration.
Millions
This is
of
the
people.
Millions
Millions of people.
This is the administration, bro.
That's
country.
Trump.
No, this is the administration.
What does that mean usually? It's
like 20 people.
If it's the Trump administration, that just means it's Trump.
I tell you this much right now. Whether people right or wrong in the chat right now, if you're a Trump supporter in the chat, put Trump. If you're not, then put USA or put impeach.
The aliens from the other planets are going to want to come here.
But come on now. One reporting source says nearly 70,000 people had registered, interest or joined the waiting list for the gold card before it went live. And I can tell you this right now.
Where's the source? Where's the sources?
The source doesn't matter. Here's why the source doesn't matter. Because we're going to find out when it goes live.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, holy shit, he was lying, he wasn't. 70,000 people. Okay? So, and then it says about 1,000 gold cards have been sold at $5 million for the price point. If this is in fact true, and people are going to pay this shit to come to the country, they're pretty damn excited about this shit.
We would also want to make sure that these people are being vetted as well, and they're not just using a lot of money and capital just to circumvent, our processes here, because there is a lot of ways that this could be abused very easily.
And then how about this question? And I think coming out with the $1 million gold card is, to be honest, it's kind of crazy. But even though I like what Trump does, I always tell the truth. It's crazy. But corporations are going to spend it. If you want to be in this country from another country and you have a business here, you're going to spend it. And this is a way to get people here completely vetted. And these people also are paying that $1 million, and it goes to our government, right? So he said it's going to make so much money. So that's one thing we cannot knock, the fact that it brings us money. I got a clip I want to show you guys right now that we didn't get a chance to show yet. So let me pull that up. This is what one of the CNN channels had to say, because I got to keep it real. I got to keep it fresh. I got to let people know I don't just show five. I show both. Let's take a look. This is one of the CNN channels. CNN 18. I think this one might be up in. Let me see.
They let him go out there like that?
This guy.
Look at that.
This guy's hair is looking at it. I don't even know.
They have stylists.
Let's take a look at this guy, because he got something to say. Let's listen to this guy. Take a look real fast.
U.S. President Donald Trump has unveiled what is called the Trump Gold Card. It is a highway for legal residency for any foreigner who wants to legally live and work in America. The only problem is you have to cough up to $1 million. $1
million
for this Trump Gold Card. It is much more expensive than the previous green card. But in the case of the gold card, you don't have to wait endlessly. You don't have to wait for years or decades to get the card. It can be granted in a matter of just a few weeks. But why would anyone pay $1 million just to live and work in America? That is the $1 million question.
$1 million question.
Trump administration this week has introduced an expedited path to American residency under the banner Trump Gold Card. The administration is now opening up applications for the Trump Gold Card, which is an expedited visa which the federal government will provide to anyone who is willing to pay at least $1 million. To apply for the card, people have to pay a non-refundable fee of $15,000 for processing, in addition to the $1 million to secure an American visa. After the applicants are vetted and approved by the Department of Homeland Security, they will then have to cough up the money to receive U.S. residency in record time. Thereby, they become lawful permanent residents in America. Unveiling the new gold card at the White House, a beaming President Trump framed it as a $1 million gift to enter the United States. He said it is evidence that these individuals will substantially benefit the U.S. An individual may also need to pay a small additional fee to the U.S. Department of State, depending on his or her circumstances. The website of the Trump Gold Card also provided a depiction of the card. It features a portrait of President Trump against the backdrop of an American flag and his signature under the words Trump Gold Card in all capital letters.
Very excitingly for me and for the country, we've just launched the Trump Gold Card, and all funds go to the United States government. Could be a tremendous amount of money. It'll also be able to have people.
See what I'm saying? Here's the thing. It brings in a lot of money to this country. One person is $1 million. A corporation has paid $2 million. I think, I'll be honest with you, I think Trump's goal is to really help America get rich, right? Like, I think that we have a lot of problems in the situation right now with the economy. I think things were too expensive, interest rates, taxes, all that. We talk about that, safety, all that. But I think Trump now is like, hey, you want to come over here, you're going to make us the richest country in the world. All those people from Dubai and all those places like that want to have full-term legal citizenship, they're going to just pay $1 million. They don't care. Really. You know how many people, James, we didn't talk about that, but you know how many people legit will be like, hey, $1 million.
I mean, look,
they're going to build a family and friends. There's a lot of people that are going to be here, though.
Like, look around us where we live in Miami. We have so many foreign investors here just dropping millions of dollars.
That's what I'm saying.
On condos they've never even seen or will ever walk into.
So imagine if you want to think about Trump as, wow, this person's bad or whatever, and he did this and said that. We can agree on a lot of things that he might have should have said that. But can you deny the fact that Trump's trying to make our country rich? I mean,
I don't know
whether we like it or not. And this, I'm just talking about this position here. He's trying to get people to spend this money to live in the best place in the world. That a lot of people would argue would be United States. And then I'll be honest, after that, Florida, probably one of the best states in the country, right? Miami, one of the best cities in the world. This is a very expensive place to live. It's going to get better and better and better every single day. That's why we live here. That's why I live here. That's Vaughn. You moved here. You're not planning on leaving anytime soon, going back home, right? Piccolino, it's cold up north. I want to go back to New York, but I love it here. I mean, very difficult to leave a place like this. To come to this country and pay $1 million for someone, if you live in all those countries that you have the money, making this country rich, extremely rich. I think he might have more. I think he might have a better grip on this, Piccolino, than I think that we're thinking right now.
I just think that it's a good start of like having a streamlined process instead of money the people are spending with gangs and organized crime to come into this country. At least it goes to the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Or even better would probably be the U.S. economy. But I think it's a step in the right direction, and maybe how it ends up becoming would just be like a happier middle ground, you know?
So let's talk about this. America for sale with the gold car purchase. And James brought this up this morning. He said, I'll repeat it. He's like, well, doesn't this mean, or does this put it in a position where like America's kind of for sale? Like, just go there if you got money. Like, it's for sale. Like, you're not buying the country. You're not buying, you're not buying the country and being like, it's my country, it's for sale. But it's like, now we could just, if you got money, you're in there. I mean, because you said this, right?
It sounds like, yeah, because with the EB5, you had to at least try to create 10 jobs or something like that. You had to create work for, you had to create a business and create something that's going to be stimulating the economy. This kind of just seems like, yeah, if you have $1 million, you're just going to get here and then that's it, you're done. So I think it is like important for everyone to feel like they have a purpose in society and are contributing to society, because we're all in this together, as opposed to just like saying, oh, I'm just going to, buy a residency. But
here's the thing. They spend this money, they get here, they keep moving. This place becomes, hey, make some money, you can go to America. It's kind of giving you that, setting that bar. They open that new nightclub. It's like, hey, you want to get in that club? You want to get in that club as a guy? You got to bring two girls, two pretty girls, and you got to pay $100 a person, and you got to get a table.
But you could say then that like
they do this shit though to make the club look better.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's like a gimmick, but it works.
But you're kind of like, it's kind of a decent analogy that like you could say America was the club to get into for a very long time, and now they just made it a little bit. You have to buy the bottles now. You can't just go online.
That's what I mean.
You got to buy the bottle service.
You can. That's what I'm saying. You could come there now. It's like, hey, first you had to show up with all the right stuff. So bringing the girls, like coming on your paperwork, license, whatever. Now it's like, now you got to get that damn table.
Yeah, but
you can't get that table and just sit around. It's get that table. Get the bottles, show that you are supposed to be here. You live up to a certain standard. And Trump is creating that standard.
Yeah, but in the
even
same
higher
way, you got a lot of people that are going to be left outside on that line to get in, who are also great and should probably have a spot inside too. They have a lot to offer. They make the party really fun.
In the chat right now, while we're doing this, we're going to keep it live and rocking and rolling. If you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat. If you're not, put USA in the chat right now. I'm going to see everybody drop a message in the chat right now. Where are you watching live in the building? Andrew, Jeffley, Candy, Pimple Mama, MVP, Lala, Linda, everybody. Because after the show, people want to know what the hell is going on here, because YouTube is getting ready to show us everywhere. What they do is they take this live stream in the morning and then they show it afterwards in the upload. They're getting ready to break loose for everybody to see during the live show. So that's why we need all you beautiful people in here to be joining our show every damn day, getting here early. What I want to finish up with, I want to go back, just the main topic for the show is Trump launches the gold card. I think that when Trump got in there, his goal was to get rid of illegal people. And when I say illegal people, it wasn't just bad people. Like I know he talks about like the bad people and whatever, and I get it. That's like he talks about, but I think his goal, more than just bad people, and I think people will agree with me here, was just get rid of everybody that's illegal. And James, you said this. He's not just arresting people that are bad people. He's getting everybody out.
No, a lot of people are getting caught up in this, and it's a big problem. Even I've had some clients get caught up in this stuff. And there was that video of the American citizen from the Keys, the nurse, that ICE was trying to take. It was terrible, but like, there's
a man that got a Purple Heart from war. He got deported to South Korea, and he hasn't lived there since he was 7 years old. And he served in the U.S. Army. Got a Purple Heart, went to combat.
Yeah, he should stay.
Everything. He got deported.
I disagree.
To South Korea. He hasn't lived there since he was 7 years old. He probably don't even know anybody in South Korea.
So I agree 1,000% that sucks. I don't disagree with that. I think that's great. I think that's a good point. But I think the problem, and we talked about this yesterday, or I think it was 2 days ago. We said you have to create something. Everybody has to live by that standard. You can't just bend the rules for everybody. And I think the problem is,
you're bending the rules.
Well, I think he's bending the rules financially, and that's still bending the rules.
Bending the rules.
I agree, but are you bending the rules if you come up with a new rule? You get what I'm saying? Like it's a new law, new laws.
That's bending the rules.
But I'm saying, I'm saying this. But laws are put in place every year. You watch football, they change it up. Now you can't hit here. Now you can't do. Things are evolving. I mean, things have to evolve some way before you could just come to the country. The new rule was, now you got to come in. Right, we got to be a citizen. You can't just stay here. This is before it was you just come here on the Mayflower. What is it, Nina Dependent of Santa Maria? We go back into Pilgrims and all that. They came over here, and all of a sudden they come up regulations, standards. And I think what Trump is doing is trying to set a standard that people love and hate, I'm sure. But then when he sets those standards, he also feels bad because he's like, I'm not trying to get rid of all these good people, but I think he wants to make this country a rich place. Not Dubai, but I think he wants to make it like, this is a place to come. And if you get here, you should feel very blessed to be in this country.
But you know how the second class people live in Dubai?
How they living?
Oh, bad.
Horrible.
What's the average
Horrible.
income?
When you're not like
the wealthy,
super wealthy in Dubai.
Yeah.
You're living horrible. They're living in like, I guess like the shotgun houses or
wow,
bigger than that, but there's like
they got to build they got to build their own house too.
100 people in like one house. Like a small little shack.
James, I mean, to end today's show, the conversation, the gold card, he creates.
Yeah, I think
he puts his face on it. He puts his name on it.
Yeah,
right.
And
I got something behind me. I got to change this. Go ahead.
I think it's just good to tell everyone who's listening, like it's a very unbiased approach here, that what the pros and cons are. It doesn't sound like the worst system in the world. How, like someone like those CNN people can make it sound, but it's also flawed. It's not approved by Congress, so it's not law, right? And it's a more streamlined process than the current EB-5 system that we have here. And then you kind of just decide, do you think it's a better idea for money to be going to the U.S. government as a gift? Or do you think it was better to like create a couple jobs and that money went to the U.S. economy? That's kind of like the main takeaways.
How many bad immigrants do y'all really know though? At all?
But see, but it's not about. Okay, I'll tell you a story right now. Yesterday, or two days ago, I went to lunch. Right, I left the studio and I went to lunch, and I went up to Miami Lakes. I got lunch at First Watch. Right, and I actually got pancakes and eggs. I'm not eating meat anymore. The whole deworming thing has me freaked out.
You got to feed the worms.
Nothing happened bad, but it just stressed me out thinking about what the hell's in the food. You put Coca-Cola on them food and worms come out. It's just freaking me out. I went there. I got eggs, got pancakes. My food was irrelevant. Talking to a friend of mine, he said, let me tell you something about my landscaper. And I said, oh my God, landscapers. God damn, you have one. They're all great. They're great for like 3 months and you got to get a new one. Keep rotating them. Just they do really good. Then they suck after a while. You get a new one. Everybody will tell you that. And then he told me, he said, I've been trying to reach my landscaper for like 3 weeks. Can't reach him. The guy was getting cash every day. He's like, I called my mom because my mom was trying to get him. She couldn't get him. I said, damn, she can't get him. She had him for years. They found out, like, I think it was a few days later, they Googled the guy. And the guy, last name was Garcia. I should have got the damn name. They Googled the guy and looked for his Facebook page. Couldn't find the guy. They found a picture of him. And he's in prison now, right? And they said, why is the guy in prison? His wife went missing. They found her in a canal. And he had told her family that she was deported by ICE, right? And so the thing is, he said that this guy was the nicest guy he ever met in his life. So the reality is, it's just like anything else that we meet people all the time. And you don't know who is who. That's the only thing. In this country, everybody knows if they have to find you, V, they know exactly who you are. They're going to find you.
But you know what? Like sometimes
James, they're going to find you too.
Of course.
And guess what? They're going to find me.
But yeah.
But then they got, and I'm not, by the way, I'm not using any derogatory names or slanders. I'm just using names that we all know, right? Spanish names. Everybody knows. Jose, Juan, whatever. Carlos, right? Spanish name. Great one. We got an attorney right here named Carlos. Great guy, right? But these people are great until they're not great. And if you don't have paperwork on them, they're here illegally, and they could do random shit. You don't know what they did. We don't even know. We don't know what James did last night.
Yeah, no, and I don't agree with like no process, like no due process, just coming in here illegally. No, I'm saying, but they got to have a way to vet the people that can't afford the $1 million too. You can't just.
Yeah, you could have a lot of really bad people with a lot of money. Like, it's easier to be bad when you have a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing: they vet the people that come over with a lot of money. They vet those people a lot, and I know that they do whatever they want to do with money. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying they're gonna know who's here.
They're gonna bend the rules for the
Of course,
people with the money.
So, they do the same.
Oh, you got a little. All right.
You know how good it must feel when people bend the rules for you.
But
I never had that.
Yeah,
I want the rules bent sometimes.
But look,
it must be nice.
Yeah, but people got to understand, like, that's the way of the world right now. You show up, you work at a nightclub. We can all sit here right now and be like, Trump shouldn't bend the rules. And then let's go work at a nightclub. Someone comes up and he goes, yo, I can't get in. He goes, hey, give you $100. Yo, you're in. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: we can admit that. Hold on, we can admit that.
But we're not the president of the United States.
But that's okay. So, but at the end of the day, well, personalities are all saying.
Charge of being a humanitarian, really.
But you can't. But it starts there. It starts at we can't. I'm saying this because I'm being honest with everybody in the chat right now too. If you guys hear what I'm saying, put a yes in the chat. If you agree with me right now, put no if you don't. If you're listening to what I'm saying, if you agree, put yes. If you don't agree, put no. Listen to my words. Everybody will hate on someone until we start digging at what they would do in the position that they're in. And it's like this. I can't believe they would do that. Okay, how about this? We're going to put you here, and you're not the president of the United States, but you're doing this job. Someone gives you $100. Oh, you're in. It starts there, very small. Then you move up the chain. You work for a business, right? People do this all the time. You want the people to buy from you, they don't buy from you. So you go, hey, if I give you some money, you'll buy from me now. Okay, right? It starts there, then it gets bigger, it gets bigger. And that person that's doing that is like, Trump's a bad person, he's bending rules. And what I'm saying is, you got to live and die by the sword a little bit, right? I'm not saying, hey, you took a pack of bubble gum and you compare it to letting freaking, letting, what's his name, pardoning the ex-president of Honduras. I'm not saying that's the same thing, stealing gum versus letting this guy out. Different, but that's different punishment. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is the same people that bitch about stuff will be the same people doing the shit that people don't like. So for me, I'm just looking at it like I look at myself. I'm just like, I was in Las Vegas running around. This guy wants to get in a club. I'm like, I can get you in, right? Like, but if he offers you $100, take him in. If that person goes, let me in, you're like, you got $100? No. Oh, you're gonna be waiting for a while, right? Yeah. That's life. But so if you got money and you want to come to this country, it's $1 million. So now you can come in the country, and people are like, I don't like that.
He wanted to be considered for the Nobel Peace Prize, but it's like the things he does is not for humanity. Like Nobel Peace Prize is more than just talking about stopping wars, because you're not really stopping them. So it's about doing stuff to better humanity.
He was trying to get
better the world.
He was trying to get his Nobel Peace Prize, and he was effectively trying to get stuff done. He did bring Putin over here, and he met him here, had planes flying over. He did bring Zelensky over here. He said, come on now, people. Like, he is trying.
And stuff, that's not peace.
We got to bring that up too. You saw what he did the other day about how they went over there. The biggest thing they did, taking down that oil rig. You see that?
Yeah.
I've seen somebody comment that, but I haven't seen
that. Shit looks so cool.
Hey, people in the chat right now.
Did you see the video of the U.S. Soldiers going on that?
Listen, people in the chat right now. If you're from the USA, put USA right now in the chat. If you love this damn country, we don't care what side you're on, Republican, Democrat. We don't give it. We don't care about that. What I'm going to do right now, people in the chat, I'm going to pull this up right now on the screen. I'm going to show you some things in here that I saw. Okay, what was it called? It was Venezuela. It was Trump takes out oil rig. Right? It's an oil rig or something like that on a ship. Whatever the hell it was. I think I got it right here. Let me see if I got the damn thing. Here it is. Here it is.
Breaking news as President Trump announced it.
Let me get this damn video. Hold up. I'm fast forwarding.
President Trump says that the United States has.
This isn't the one. Let me find the one where he. Oh wait, I think this is it right here.
Dramatic escalation off the coast of
Venezuela.
Yeah,
take a look at this, boy.
This isn't just about.
Here we go. I'm gonna put up on the screen, you guys. Listen, watch this.
In the Caribbean and a massive naval buildup, including with the world's largest aircraft.
There we go.
Today, the U.S. seized a massive oil.
This is
going
to help grocery prices.
This dramatic video.
This is badass, baby.
Support from the
it is very
FBI
badass.
and DHS executing a seizure warrant on that tanker. Attorney General Pam Bondi says the
Look
tanker
at this.
has been sanctioned by the United States for years because of its history of taking oil from Venezuela.
They got the
and
drones
Iran to
going.
support
They got the
Everything.
damn videos playing.
President
They got the videos playing while they get out there and take out this shit. Landing choppers.
They got some
choppers.
stuff.
Yo, choppers hovering at that little piece right there, just hovering over the top. Like, here we come, baby. We're coming in. I bet those military people, they waited their whole life for that shit. They jump out the helicopter, run through there, boom, 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 taking shit out. And then, meanwhile, while they're doing that, they got literally drones flying around recording shit while they're doing it. Do you know how badass you got to be?
Yeah. That's
Do you know how badass you got to be? People in the chat right now, if you agree with me, put yes in the chat right now. Doreen in the building, how you feel? Love and appreciate you. Do you know how badass you got to be, Vaughn? To pull up, V. You got Piccolino flying the chopper, okay? Piccolino's flying the chopper. You got Vaughn and I in the back ready to jump out. Vaughn says, who's going first? You, shit, V. Going first. V's jumping out, going down the rope. V, this is some badass shit now. I mean, come on. You're jumping out that, coming down there. You got to give a round of applause. Our freaking military is some badass people, Vaughn. Look how they're doing that. Not playing no damn games. You know what I'm saying?
If only the military could fight inflation.
Yo,
We'd be crushing
I'm
it.
just saying, they went out there jumping off them damn choppers, land on the thing, on the ship, right? The thing's moving. The ship's moving. The chopper's moving. Like, that's a hard situation to do. We got people crashing airplanes and crashing helicopters just trying to just land normally. This guy is in the middle of the ocean, hovering, 20 feet above the ship, it looked like 20, 30 feet, and they're jumping out, and then they got drones flying around. Piccolino, did you see that?
Yeah, that was a coordinated effort.
My God. In the chat right now, we love and appreciate people watching today. We had a lot going on. If you're watching live in the building, smack that like button right now. As we get ready to end the show today, look, we had a lot of conversation. I'll pull back up and we'll end the show with the fact that, look, the gold card's out. You want to get the gold card in the chat right now, go get your $1 million. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring someone in here, you know what I'm saying? You want to bring someone into your company, $2 million. There's a lot going on. It's very, very, very interesting conversation. We'll get back to that. We'll see all you guys Monday, but we're heading out right now. When you see the logo on the screen, remember to smack that like button, subscribe. As soon as the video is over, remember, all my moderators, all my beautiful people watching right now, remember after the show, go leave a comment on this video, and you're going to see the video from yesterday. You saw that exploded through YouTube, had over 20,000 views. YouTube is getting ready to start showing our stuff on the homepage during the live stream, and you're going to see hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people pouring in here. That is going to start happening, all because you beautiful people that are doing this right now, that are watching our damn show, join us every single day. I'm going to end those polls now. People that are watching, Vaughn, salute these people. Let's get ready to sign off. Today was a conversation. James, bye these people. We're going to see all you beautiful people on Monday morning. And yes, people, we'll start being live for the end of the day for all the sports, live games, playoff games, all that's coming. Make sure you got your notifications ready. Get into the group chat. If you're not there, put your Instagram right now so we can add you. Get ready for all the action-packed conversation. Everybody watching right now, have a great rest of your day. Leave a comment in the video. We saw you, all of you beautiful people, on Monday morning and over the weekend as we upload some content. All love to you. Candy, Roger, MVP, Christina, Lala, Vaughn in there, one of our moderators too. Can't forget Vaughn. Vaughn's a moderator in the chat. Doreen, Roger, everybody in the chat right now, leave a message. I'll see all of you beautiful people on Monday. Take care.